Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very special guest joining us. Been a minute since we had a artist join us on the podcast, man. We had to bring the artist back and do it like we usually do. Trying to bring y'all some good homegrown talent and some nice artists that you might not be up on yet, but you need to be up on. And today we have an artist by the name of Xandi joining. She has a few EPs out right now. Her latest one is called "By My Lonely." Reminds me of that Speaker Knocker song. I had to get a couple bands by my.
Yeah.
But yes, we have the lovely and talented Xandi joining us today. Welcome, Xandi. Welcome.
What's good, y'all? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
We glad to have you. We definitely glad to have you. So we start pretty much we don't start with the typical questions at first, trying to get to know you. So where do you come from? How'd you get your start in music? How'd you decide it's what you want to do? What was your origin story, so to say?
Got you. So I'm from Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
I've been singing forever, like literally forever, but I've always wanted to do different things. Like at one point I wanted to be a doctor or like an artist that like draws. I wanted to do all types of stuff. I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. But when I got to about like seventh grade and I really like got focused on choir is when I was like, this is what I really want to do. Because I knew I could sing, but my mind was just like, I did sports. I was a cheerleader. I did track. So I didn't really settle down on one thing till I got to about like seventh grade. And I was like, okay, I want to just focus on singing. That's the quick story of how I got there.
Okay.
Man, you made your mind up pretty good, pretty quick at seventh grade. I just now making my mind up at age 30. so
no, like, well, and I really got serious. Well, in seventh grade, I was 14. So that makes sense. When I got serious at 15, that's when my mom started going with me to studios and I started recording stuff. And I dropped my first single ever. It's called She Ain't Me that I wrote. It's on SoundCloud and has over 20,000 listens.
Yeah.
And so that was great because I got that while I was in high school. But that was like my first little breakout moment. And I was able to like perform my own song at the talent show at school. It was pretty cool.
That's dope. So you learned pretty much early that you wanted to do this. Well, people we talk to, some of them when they figure out very late. Some of the rappers, especially the rappers, it seems like I don't know if it's just a difference between singing and rapping, but rappers like whenever you ask a newer rapper when he started rapping, he'll say like that year or like a couple years ago. Singers, they start like I'm talking elementary school, middle school, and they know that's what they want to do. Rappers are like, oh, I only been rapping for 6 months. Like, really?
Yeah, they just be popping out of the woodworks. Just everywhere. Like, where y'all come from? When did y'all start rapping? I mean, it's all good though, but yeah, I definitely have always wanted to like grasp, like have a hold of my life, and like I know God has the final say, but like to have some type of so I can guide myself through, have some type of direction.
Yeah, I could tell you started singing early because your voice sounds super strong. Because usually we get a lot of artists on and they kind of be wet behind the ears. They kind of sing a little soft, but you got that strong voice. You really don't hear a lot of R&B artists with strong voices now.
Yeah, it's like that's why I'm really trying to bring back like old school, like real R&B with the ad libs, or where they keep saying the same thing over and over again because they just caught the spirit of just the song, those runs, those belts, those falsettos. Like those are the ingredients to R&B. Along with those, yeah, I think.
Yeah, you good, Fig? I think we're getting feedback, a little bit of echo whenever she talks, and when I talk now.
I don't hear it at all. Okay,
I think we good now. I think we good now. But yeah, just those are the ingredients to make like, R&B music along with the lyrics. So I'm just trying to stick to that old school formula and still keep it modern, still keep it up to date. But that's R&B is truly my roots.
Okay. So who would you say your influences are? Who do you think, everybody wants to sound unique and have their own sound, but everybody, especially when they start out, have people that you kind of imitate or kind of want to model your sound around. So who are your influences? Who are the people you really looked up to when you were starting out as a singer?
Yeah, so my influence list is kind of weird because it has some rappers on it, but everybody always asks me that, and I don't know what to say. Is I love a lot of music, I love a lot of artists, but I would say the artist that truly um, inspired me would be like Mary J. Blige, India Irie, even Chris Brown, because I'm one of those singers that likes to do runs, and his runs, especially when he was young, Chris Brown was like solid, and that's what I was listening to. So I would say Chris Brown, Beyonce, and sometimes I say Nicki Minaj, just from the fact of just like when it comes to the writing style of like just making everything, just being a good, authentic writer. So I would say those are some of my inspirations.
So what inspires you to write about the stuff you sing about? Do you actually go through real life stuff, or are you just is your mind just that open where you could tell a story? Because me, when I used to rap, I can kind of open my mind where I could write about anything, and I
Right.
necessarily didn't have to go through that, but I can paint a picture. So what's your writing process like?
Yeah. So when I first started writing, because any song that's out by me, I wrote it. So when I first started writing, it did have to happen to me, and I was waiting. Like even with She Ain't Me, as young as I was, it was a situation that fueled that. So like I would be waiting for stuff to happen kind of. And my dad was like, well, have you been writing? And I was like, well, I haven't really like had any inspiration or been going through anything. And then he was like, you can you can write off of things that happen to your friends, your family. Like you can't just wait for things to happen. And so that's when I started actually birthing that talent of writing and started just writing about anything. So now I can I can really write at the drop of a dime, like about anything. Like actually during it was the summer before COVID happened. But I was doing things on my Instagram like give me something that I should write a song about. And I was doing freestyle Fridays. It was dropping songs about all types of stuff just to just strengthen my writing. So I feel like now my writing is I would definitely not say it's at its peak, but it's at its best that it's been. So I could pretty much write about anything. So
Okay, okay. So, yeah, it's definitely a valuable skill. We talk about this on the podcast. I personally think, especially in R&B, I think songwriting is kind of like a dying out art form, if not almost completely dead already. I
yeah.
feel like subtlety and nuance is just completely gone from today's R&B. So, but you seem like somebody who, takes more of a you're more passionate about it. So, how do you kind of balance um between being too literal and keeping and making sure people understand what you're talking about, but also keeping it kind of mysterious so, it can have a
Yeah.
wider appeal than just, a girl going through things that you're going through.
Got you. Well, first of all, with you saying that it's a dying art form, I agree with that. Just because, like, if you look back in the day, they were it was usually just one person writing the song. Now you'll see like 20 people on the song, and that's because everybody's like throwing in one word per line. Like it just doesn't like it's like it's such a mess. So I agree. Not that multiple people can't write a song together. I think teamwork makes the dream work, but it don't need that many people in my opinion, not all the time. But how I kind of stay not how I kind of make things general and not too literal is that I learned from Gavin Luckett. I don't know if y'all know him, G Luck. He was one of my producers I used to go to when I was in my teens. And he would say I would say stuff literally so literal. Like um if I'm saying like I'm going to the store, I don't have to say I'm going to the store. It's like all those syllables. And I would think also to make something more general is to say stuff like they, maybe not put too many labels like he, she. I really try to keep my music open for everyone unless it's a specific thing I'm talking about. And I'm like, nah, this is for the girls to hear, or this is for the guys here. I want this message to come across. But there's all types of like writing tactics where you could keep it short and sweet and compact, and not make it like it's a poetry night or something.
I get you. I get it. And it's funny that you bring up the 20 people on the song because there's a controversy going on right now. Diane Warren put out a tweet about Beyonce, supposedly about Beyonce having 20 writers on a song, and people at the Bayhive is attacking her currently. So, yeah, I mean, it's
Man,
interesting. I mean, I think writing credits are different now. I mean, when you sample something now, that's also writing credit too. So it's not like 20 people in a
exactly,
room writing what you're gonna say.
exactly.
But I also do think there's such a thing as too many cooks in the kitchen when it comes to writing, especially for pop songs. You want to,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a factory, process of them writing the song, you recording like they wrote and things like that. So yeah, it definitely needs to be a
I think
balance. But
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with who you go to the studio with too. Like a lot of people go to the studio to party, drink, have girls in there. And then a lot of people go there to create. So when you're in an environment and it's like y'all are in there to work, everybody's doing their own thing. Like, okay, we got him producing, we got him writing, I'm writing. But then when you just have a bunch of people in there and they're like, oh no, you should say this instead of that. You should say that, like that happens. And it's like, technically, if you use it, you should put them on the writing credit. So it's like I like to keep my studio sessions nice and small. Like the mixer, the engineer, probably one person I have with me, and that's it. Like I like to keep it because I don't need all those extra. It just throws me off.
no, I feel you. And sometimes the best way to people, everybody has their own recording process. Some people like Megan Thee Stallion. I hear likes to have all her girlfriends up in the studio so they can like if they know
I feel
that
that.
what she's recording is a
And
hit
that makes
if they
sense. She
feeling it.
hot,
Yeah.
yeah, like that makes sense. But I think like for R&B or just speaking for me,
Hmm.
I would rather I like them to come in because like it takes me like 2 hours to finish a song usually. So if I come back the next day to just tighten it up, that's when I want them to come in and be like, okay, I like this. I'm about to add my ad libs. I'm about to add my little da 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 da. What do y'all like? But every like you said, everybody's process is different.
Yeah, so let me ask you this: do you feel like how do you feel about the state of R&B right now? Do you feel because I ain't gonna lie, R&B kind of have a bad couple weeks or a month or two, starting with that verses because a lot of people's like, oh shoot, R&B people can't
Yeah.
sing in this day and age. So do you feel like R&B is dead right now, or how do you feel about that?
No, absolutely not. Like I've been hearing people say that, but I'm like, what about Jasmine Sullivan? Like she just won her first Grammy. What about Summer Walker? Like there's a lot. I don't know. I just think it's not dead, but I think as the black community, the community I listen to it the most, we need to keep uplifting it like we've been doing rap. Like I think we put rap on the pedestal for a couple years, which is cool because it is a lot of people's favorite genre. Like it's one of my favorite genres. So I think like hip hop was at the top of our list for a while. And I think R&B is slowly starting to creep back up because back in the day, R&B was like everybody wanted to be an R&B singer, but now we was talking everybody want to be a rapper. So I just think it's just leveling back out, but I don't think it's dead because I have a lot of girlfriends and we all still jamming, Summer, like I said, Jasmine Sullivan and all those queens. And even though Beyonce is kind of in the pop realm now, even her. So
Yeah, I feel like R&B is in a state where hip hop was like 10 years ago, or 10 to 15 years ago, where people were saying, "Oh, it's not the same." That's this when hip hop was going kind of with the snap music, and the
yeah.
Atlanta was kind of taking over a little bit, a lot of dance music. And remember when Nas came out with the album "Hip Hop Is Dead"? I feel like R&B
Mhm.
is in a state where people saying it's not as good, but I feel like we have all the resources where you can actually search and find good R&B artists.
Yeah, especially these independent artists like me. Like that's
Hmm.
what I've been finding a lot of independent artists that are like super dope, like that are super, super good. Like I'll Shazam their music and save it. But I also think it's the guys, like a lot of people are used to the men singing about how they will do anything to keep their woman. That's just not going on right now. Like where's the romance, the chivalry? Like it's just not in the music. So I think that's also the disconnect. Because I think as women, we pretty much been singing about the same thing or the same things. Like we
And
keep it relatively. Now women have been a bit more vocal about like not taking certain things from men. That's true. But I think if the men got back on the Usher, Key Sweat type of vibe, then maybe things will get back to normal. But I like the state that we're in right now. I love R&B. I always love R&B.
I feel what you're saying, but I do think it goes both ways because I think
Okay.
Beyonce couldn't make a song like "Cater to You" today. Women would not accept that song in 2022. You have to admit that. Like certain songs, they just could not record. Like I was thinking about uh just some songs in general about and you just couldn't do them today. It's same with the men as well. Of course, a lot of the romance. There's been a lot of articles about this about how the love is just out of music right now. It seems like it's more about lust and
Yeah.
passion. But yeah, there's certain songs that even women couldn't make today. It's not really the same. There's still songs about love and wanting to be with somebody, but certain
Yeah.
you just can't do it today,
Because I'm trying
unfortunately.
to think of one now that I've been listening to recently, and I can't. Like,
Mhm.
I can't think of one. But you're right about the cater to you thing. I do. Well, it's Beyonce. So if let's say another artist, if another artist
Mhm.
dropped that exact song, I don't think it would be well
They
received
will
at
call
this
her a pick
moment.
me and get her
Yeah, they
canceled.
would. A bird. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
So it's rough out here, but we got people. We do have dope artists like you. We also have people like Jack Freeman bringing back the vibes, man. So we definitely appreciate y'all for continuing to do what y'all do and kind of helping curate the classic R&B sound that we love so much. So
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. So tell us about this EP coming.
Yeah, so it's called Girl Talk. And I named it Girl Talk because this was almost like me having a conversation to myself. This is a long conversation because a lot of these songs came from quarantine, or I think maybe a couple of them came from before quarantine. So it's just me having like a long, drawn out conversation with myself, how I've grown, the things I've learned, the relationships I've been through, the changes I've been through within these 13 songs that's on the project. I went to college, graduated college, starting my new life as an adult. So this project means a lot to me because these songs are bomb. Like I put so much work into. A lot of people put so much work and effort into them, and they really are good. Like I just think it'll be really well received, especially within the female community. But so yeah, it'll have 13 songs on it. We got some upbeat ones, some slow ballads. We got all types of songs on there. So I'm excited. It's a good variety. It's a good little mix.
So did the pandemic kind of help you, try to write more and come up with things? How was it as
Mm,
an artist during the pandemic?
it was it the pandemic kind of well, I'll say this, like I did these songs kind of in the beginning of the pandemic. By the time they were done, and this is only a couple, by the time they were done, like my creativity was stifled. Like I just was, I think every artist was in a funk. Like I didn't, because that's why they were sitting for so long. I was like, like I have no will, no drive to figure this out. I don't even have a name for these couple songs that I want to do. I don't have any type of plan because we didn't even know, like, where the state of the world would be in the next day. So I was just like, I don't know, my creativity really wasn't there. Um, but I will say though, it gave me time to create, because we didn't have nothing else to do. But it was hard to create because of that. I was stuck in the house. I had thought I was gonna stay in DC that summer at Howard. I was a junior at the time, stay in DC and live out there. And that did not happen. So I was just all over the place.
Okay, you mentioned you did attend Howard. What was your major?
Television and film.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
I
cool.
actually went to school for musical theater, but I decided my sophomore year, second semester, I was like, yeah, this isn't really my thing. Like it was my thing and I would love to jump into that later in life. But I was just like, I think I want to be more on the because it's so classical, like you gotta sing classical music. Everything's very formal and I just wanted to be an R&B singer and write my own songs and yeah, I just wanted I want to go a different path. So I ended up doing that, which is the best decision I made at Howard. So I I changed my major and I was in the School of Communications, Television and Film. So I was learning how to work cameras, learning a little bit about directing, script writing, producing, audio engineering, stuff like that. And I loved it. So it was great.
Do you see?
Okay.
Do you?
Shout out to Howard.
Yeah.
Yes, HU.
The real HU. That's all I hear from Howard and Hampton people. We the real HU.
No, we're the real. They were Hampton Institute first, so we're the real HU. Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. Yeah.
We'll leave that argument for Puff Daddy and DJ Envy.
Yeah, right. When I'm on a Breakfast Club, we'll all have that little argument.
So, do you still think about possibly getting into film and TV and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I really want to step into script writing and directing. So when it came down to the acting thing, I was like, I would want to be in front of the camera or not. I don't really care too much about that, but what I do have a passion for in that is really more of the directing because I understand acting because I did acting in musical theater and theater my entire life. And so just going to school for musical theater strengthened that. So I think I have the tools to be able to direct an actor. But I'm not really too much of a fan of actually wanting to be on stage.
What are your favorite movies? And you will be judged by your list. So be ready.
Okay. My favorite movies, they're scary movies though.
Okay.
They're scary movies because that was my concentration when I was actually able to be on campus was horror. But ooh, I'm gonna say my favorite movie is Get Out by Jordan Peele. I love that
Okay.
movie. Like I've watched it so many times. I love Jordan Peele. Why you make that face?
Oh,
I didn't.
I say
No.
yeah. I was down for that.
That's a solid pick. No,
I
Get
was
Out's a
like,
great
that
film.
was a good
Get Out,
movie.
Yeah, that's a
Get
good
Out's a
movie.
great film. Get Out's a
I'm
great
about
film.
to say, yeah, that was a really good
If
movie.
you
But
said
know
Us,
what?
I would have scrunched my face. But Get Out's a good movie. That's a great film.
Us was good, but Get Out was like way better. And I also like Queen and Slim. Did y'all see that?
I haven't seen
I
that.
didn't see that.
Oh yeah, okay. A lot of people don't like that one, but it's cinematically just a beautiful movie. But I'm more into TV. Like I'm more on the like everybody always asks me what's my favorite movie. I don't watch too many movies because for some reason it makes me feel weird to watch movies by myself. I don't know, it's something weird. Like because I'm so used to like watching it with my family or going to the movies with somebody. So but I will sit and watch TV by myself. So I like TV and I'm like reality TV is my thing. Like that I love reality TV. Like love reality TV.
So what's some?
So I really want to be a producer of a reality show one day, like be behind the scenes of it.
Okay, so in the perfect world, you had to create a reality show. What type of reality show are you creating?
It's gonna look a lot like Real Housewives of LA.
Ah.
That is my favorite show because like if you watch a reality TV, you want to see the drama. Like that, I mean, that's just it. You know, you're not watching it because of for the comedy or anything else. So with that being said, Housewives franchise, they have that drama, but they're not usually putting their hands on each other. They're verbally, it's a verbal altercation. And so, which I think is really in a way intelligent. Like these ladies use their words, and they sometimes they don't even have to cuss, but they also
They be screaming at each other. Come on now. It's not
not
like a
all
civil
the
debate between
time.
ideas and discourse. They be yelling and cussing and screaming. Come
Okay, you're right,
on
you're right, you're right. But they don't put their hands on each other. That's the point. You're right,
Yeah,
you're right.
fair enough.
They
Fair
don't put
enough.
their hands on each other, and they also just so they're especially Atlanta. That's my favorite franchise. They like Candy Burris. She inspires me so much. She does it all, and that's exactly what I want to do. She just produced a show on Broadway and singer, songwriter. It just shows a different part of their life. So that's something I really want to do. But yeah, I love reality TV, so that's something about me.
Okay. Okay. I
Mm.
scrolled through your social media too. I saw you have a podcast out called Girl Talk as well. So what's that
Yes.
about? Are you continuing to do that? And what's the
Yeah.
content like on there?
Yeah. So that's something. So when I was at Howard, I also did radio. I was on a show called Howard Hottest. It came on every Tuesday and Friday. And
Okay.
we played music and we talked about just pop culture. So I've always been a fan of like podcasts and vlogs and radio stuff. So I made that podcast to just promote the project Girl Talk, but I think that's something that we're going to go ahead and keep going. It was just a promotion tactic, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. So because we have this party coming up and all this stuff that I've been doing this week, we've taken a pause on it so we could plan all that. But next week, I plan on starting it right back up. Because basically we're just talking about all things girls, but just like the first episode was on girl code and just
Hmm.
decoding actually what that is. Like, do we even agree with that? Do we agree with some of these rules? When do we actually use these rules? Is it just with our friends, with any woman? And I just kind of just picking the brains of women that I find interesting, bosses, women that are really doing something in the city, just picking their brains. Like I want to do one where it's like all of my guests open up your purse. Like what is a business mogul have in her purse? Like what does she carry? Just stuff like that. So that's basically what the podcast is going to consist of, keeping it cute, fun, lighthearted. And so I plan on definitely starting that. But it'll definitely be new episodes coming out in like later August. We just kind of got to get through this release.
So what kind of women do you look up to? If you could name like 5 women that you really look up to, who are the women?
Well, definitely my mom and my grandma. Cause my mom first. Like I could have just said my mom really, because she's just such a businesswoman and she carries herself with so much poise and grace. And she has morals and standards, and she's instilled all of that in me. She's intelligent. Like literally, I really, to be honest, I don't have five. I really just look up to my mom. Not that I don't other women don't inspire me, but like my mom is a boss. Like she don't play about her money. She's respected. She's still very kind. Like, it's just she just has so many amazing qualities. So really she's the blueprint for me. Like if I like and we're close too. So I just call her up. And she'd be like, I taught you right. She'd be like, that's it. Be like, you my daughter. I'd be like, yeah, like they had me messed up. So, but she's always taught me to just move with grace, dignity, respect for myself and others. And so I would definitely say she is probably, and my grandmother too. But my mom, like I said, that's the blueprint for me for sure. And we look exactly alike. Like if you were to see my mom, you would know that was my mom. So, but
Okay. Okay. Well, we also talk a lot about relationships on this podcast as well, but it's a lot more. I'll be honest, a little juvenile, a little
yeah.
more basic.
Uh-huh.
So just in case you don't want to address it on your podcast, I'm sure it's more enlightened discussions happening there. But I want to ask you a few questions just to get your take on certain
Sure.
controversial topics that are always trending on Twitter, social
Yeah.
media,
Let's
and
do
whatnot. So we'll
it.
just fire a few off. First off, what is your opinion on $200 dates?
$200 dates, $200 first dates.
Yes. Do you think there's a dollar amount? Let's say a dude taking you out. Is there a dollar amount he got to spend for you
No,
to
not
take
for
him
me.
seriously?
No,
Okay, so we
not
can
at all.
take you
I
to
don't.
Applebee's.
No, like no. See, now that'll piss me off. But like, I feel like okay, if you ain't got no money to take me to a nice restaurant, let's go to the park or something. It's a thought that counts with me. But no, I don't believe in like extorting men for like huge amounts of money for like no reason, like for no reason
Okay.
for real. So yeah, that's my take on that. But Applebee's, no, you will not be taking me to Applebee's. No.
How about
TGI Fridays,
Chili's?
none of
Chili's
that.
got some fire
Yeah.
appetizers. Come on now.
Okay, yeah, okay. Nah, no, Chili's is cool. I ain't gonna lie, Chili's
Okay,
is cool.
okay,
But
So what about a
that's
date? What about a
just
date at the park? Y'all do something fun and then go to Chili's afterwards for like a happy hour or something.
hey, that's cool. That's cool with me. Like that's cool. But I just feel like, but I feel like Applebee's is just a slap in the face because I don't look like an Applebee's type of girl. Like you can't, like you could assume Chili's because Chili's. I just stopped liking Chili's because I was like, oh, this is really just like.
Mm-hmm.
This is really just like microwave food, but I just figured that out. But like, no, it's more of a respect thing. Like, it's more of a respect thing.
Okay.
What's the next one? I want to know what's the next one.
I got one.
Okay.
How would you feel if a guy goes to pay for his dinner or pay for the dinner and he pull out a Cash App card? Is a Cash App card a no?
I'm only because so because my parents own a club called the Spot and the Spot Edo, two of them.
Okay.
And anytime I see a Cash App card, I'm not gonna lie, it is a red flag. But if a guy pulled that out on a date, I'm not that wouldn't make me stop talking to you. But now would I want to, if I see the card before we go out on a date, I'd be like where your debit at or your credit card? Like,
So what's wrong with the Cash App card?
Okay.
What's wrong with the Cash App card?
It's not, the Cash App card just doesn't give stability. Like, where's the bank card? Like,
that sound like classism to me. That sound a little elitist. I don't know. The bourgeoisie over here looking down on us common folk with our Cash App cards.
No, because look, I have a Cash App card, but I'll say this because I have a Cash App card. I don't really use it, but if that's all you use. Like you don't.
I'm just messing with you.
Like where's the? But it wouldn't bother me too much. But after a while, I'd be like, okay, let's go to Chase and get you a card. Like let's go get you a real bank account, please.
No, I feel you. I actually have a Cash App card that I use a lot, but this is more of my allowance, my little extra money.
Yeah. So, and like I know people do that too. Like that will be their extra money on the side.
Yeah.
So like if you brought it out for a date, I wouldn't be, as long as your card don't decline, I don't care. So
okay.
Whatever it is, it don't matter.
Okay. Good answer. Next one, the eternal debates for women: hood nigga or 9 to 5 square.
Hood nigga or 9 to 5 square. I'm gonna have to go with the 9 to 5 square.
Okay. Really?
Because
okay.
I don't like being with somebody and I gotta look over my shoulder. You got somebody looking for you. You owe somebody money, or you doing something illegal, or they come arrest me because they think I got something to do with something you got going on. Like, I'll take the square because the squares they be making like they could both be making the same amount of money, but one is maybe illegal and one isn't. So I'll just rather go with the side with the less heartache because there's so much that comes with that. So I'm going with the 9 to 5.
Okay, good answer. Hope for all of us 9 to 5 squares out here after all.
Yeah, like y'all need love too.
Social media be shitting on us just because we operate on the right side of law.
Right, just because y'all civilians. Like, come on, like no.
Oh man, I don't know if you saw. There's a video. They actually took down his mugshot mugshot of a dude who was going viral because
Yeah,
too
I
many
saw
women were
that.
talking. They had to delete that post because too many women were going crazy over this guy. I'm like, come on now, man.
Nah, yeah, he
Y'all
was
tripping.
cute. I ain't gonna lie. But then I was like, but at the same time, though, like, what did he do?
Yeah, no,
Like,
he had
I
a
see.
rap sheet. He had a nasty rap
Oh,
sheet.
he did. See, I
Yeah,
only saw his mugshot. I didn't see I didn't see what he actually did. That was
nah,
the
he
first
had
thing I was
like
like,
a.
okay,
It
yeah.
was nasty. He had like a rape charge and everything. It was rough. So
Oh,
yeah,
nah. See,
yeah.
and it's like, and that just goes. See, I'm not a person that's totally like on looks. Like, I have been with people have told me that were relatively like ugly,
Oh
but
no.
I didn't see that. Yeah, but I'll be like, girl, shut up. No, my friends have definitely told me that. So, but
Wow.
I don't. I go by personality. If your personality is attracted to me, you in totality are attracted to me, like face, body, hair, all that. Like So
Okay. So
I don't really go for looks too much.
you would call yourself a sapiosexual or something like that. You're more about the intelligence and the mind,
Oh, I
so
didn't even
more
know that
so.
was a thing.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what
I
they
mean,
call
well,
themselves.
well, it's more about. I guess intelligence has to do with personality, but it's more about like personality. Like, are you funny? How do you make me feel? Are you nice to people? Like, I can't be out here with somebody who's rude, not funny, stupid, a homophobe, like all types of stuff. Like, you gotta be. That's more of person and smart, of course.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it's definitely personality and your morals. Your morals.
Okay, so you got to be as funny as Cat Williams, and and as smart as Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yep.
And okay, I see. Okay,
You
some
feel
some
me?
lofty
Yeah.
standards here. Okay,
Yeah.
do you have a height requirement? Because
I
can
don't have a
anybody
height
under
requirement.
you don't?
Because I'm 4'11", so
Oh wow,
everybody's tall
really?
to me. Yes.
Oh
Wow. So
yeah,
you,
it's
you
some.
could date a guy who's
Yeah,
like 5'6" and you would be okay with it.
Yes. I
4'11",
have
man.
done that before. I didn't like it because it made me feel like we gonna get bullied or something. I'm like, we can't be both short out here. I'm like,
You're
like walking
4'11".
around. Yes, I'm 4'11". Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. I was about
I
to say
know.
you can't. If yeah,
You can't tell because he's sitting down.
yeah.
Yeah. Y'all not gonna be able. Y'all gonna see. If y'all come Wednesday, y'all gonna see. Well, maybe not because I'm
Okay.
gonna have on my heels, but yeah, like everybody is tall to me. So both my younger brothers are taller than me. Every guy I've ever been with. If you're shorter than me, that's the limit. You can't be shorter than me.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm only 5'3", and I would totally understand if you don't want to date somebody your height. Like I would totally
Yeah,
get it.
like that would be ridiculous. Like we would need a bodyguard for us or something. Somebody gonna try to
Yeah,
like
that's
Stop.
you pretty much going towards the M word. That I guess the M word is banned. So
Exactly.
yeah, so I totally get that.
Okay.
Exactly.
He got to be as funny as Kevin Hart, but he can't be as tall as Kevin Hart. Okay, I think we're starting to
You starting to
form the
build. You
person.
you starting
Okay.
to get it, catch
Yeah.
on. Yeah, exactly. I like that. Funny as Kevin Hart, but not as short as Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. I think that is a relationship. I can't think of anything else. But you got anything else?
No, I think that's it. I think that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Cool. Those are funny.
Yeah.
Those are funny.
Yeah, we just if you're on the wrong side of Twitter, you see these debates on every single day.
Oh,
So I
Twitter
think it's just
is
funny to ask people.
hilarious. Twitter is
Yeah.
like one of the best apps just for that. Like if you need a laugh, go on Twitter.
Mhm.
Instagram on some other stuff right now, but Twitter is the place to be.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly. That's why I'm addicted. I can't kick it. I'm trying. But every
Do you
month
get
I'm
on
like,
TikTok?
I don't get on like I refuse to get TikTok just because I'm already addicted to enough. And I feel like that'll be the final nail in my coffin of just never putting my phone down.
Right. I feel
So
that. No, because that's at first I was like, I'm not gonna get on TikTok. Then I downloaded it, and
mhm.
then it does get addicted because it's like
Yeah.
Google. Like you can
Yeah.
type in anything you've been trying to learn, look for, whatever, and
Mhm.
boom, it's
Yeah.
gonna pop up.
That's
Like it's Google.
yeah.
And you just scroll and go down a rabbit hole and scroll and scroll. It's crazy.
Yeah, we call that TikTok University.
Lit TikTok universe. I've
You can
learned
learn
so
everything
much.
on there.
Like
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot, but I've also learned how stupid people are on social media and TikTok because people really believe anything.
Anything.
If you just say it with confidence or tweet it with confidence or put a graphic up, no
Yeah.
matter niggas gonna believe a graphic no matter what it says, as long as it looks
Yeah.
official.
Yeah.
Picture of an athlete
And-
saying something controversial. Oh, it
Right.
must be real.
And I be one of
ESPN
those people
reporting
they
it.
be getting, one of them gullible people, because like, and that's why I kind of, before I see what I see, I'm trying to wait back to make sure it's real, make sure people it's legit, because like I just be thinking people, like if you're sitting here telling me, like if I'm telling you my name is Xandi and I'm over here lying, like I just don't get how people lie like that. So
I'm
when
the
somebody's
same
telling
way.
me something like with a straight face or with all that power and might, I'd be like, it would be really insane if you was lying right now. Like all
Okay,
that
yeah.
effort you're putting into telling me this. So yeah, that's why I just like, I'm gonna wait back and see if this is really what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought of something else for relationships though, real quick.
What's up?
Would you date a guy with extensions or like with a wig period? Like I'm bald. If I had
Somebody
like
just
a
asked
fake,
me that.
would you?
No. Well, like, we can't both have on a wig. And then with the lock extensions, that's cool if you already had locks, you add them in, like make it more believable. But you can't have a fade and pop up with bundles the next day. I just like that's just that's not the type. That's not the type.
So what about if it was a guy that just started his locks, and I would say there was about that much, and he just added the long extensions and got the ponytail? Is that too much?
No.
Yeah, I guess it been making rounds about Jimmy Butler, who played for the
Yeah.
Heat. He just
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "It's nothing wrong with that," but he was like, "Yes, I saw that because I saw the picture before that." He was like, "Yeah, this was the picture of that before," and I was like, "Oh, no."
Okay. So the key is if a man got a weave, he has to have it before he meets you.
Yes,
And,
exactly.
okay.
And then
Y'all
if you want
gotta
to
have.
keep up with the weave, then fine. We like each other, cool. Go get your wig put on. But just not you can't pop up like that with me.
All right, this the last one. How about I'm gonna add on to that? How you feel about the lace front beards? Because that's
Yeah,
kind of a
fake
thing that
beards. How about that?
Hell no. Hell
Wait, why is it okay for women to wear tons of makeup, to wear wigs, to wear extensions, to wear fake nails,
lashes.
but men, we can't touch ourselves up to be what you apparently like, because y'all like these bearded niggas now. Not everybody can grow a full beard. Y'all like niggas with hair. I'm bald. I can't do shit about that. So why y'all got a problem with men doing what y'all doing? I gotta ask that now.
Okay. Well, I feel, first of all, since we've even existed, especially black men, they be getting on us. Oh, you got horse hair. Oh,
That was
that's
a
fake hair.
long time ago, though.
No,
That was like
okay,
Martin
but
in 1992.
slavery was a long time ago. You can't forget about that. Exactly. So no, y'all been trying to. It sounds like, now you want to get the glue and get the sewing. Like, no, we gonna do y'all just like y'all did us. But now for me, it's just and it's guys that I know that's like, I don't like a girl that wears weave. I like natural, or vice versa. So I'm just saying, I like a guy where you got your natural hair on your head. You don't have no beard. Like the beard, I can't do. Maybe the hair, but the beard, that's a force to me. That's a force.
I ain't gonna lie. I would never get that, but it be looking kind of dope, man. I can't grow a beard. All I got is my mustache. That's all I got. But
And
the
you
beard,
embracing, you rocking your mustache, though. Like,
so I got to kind of go baby face with it because
you gotta just embrace what you got going on. Like, it's like, let's say if I wanted bigger lips, like I'm not the type of person that will want to go get fillers. So it's like, but I am the type of person where I want longer and red hair. So I'm gonna put a wig in my head. It's all about what you want. But Yeah, the beard. Nah, I can't go for that.
Would you ever get a BBL?
No, I've thought about it, as I'm sure every woman has, but no, just because of the risk, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm and because I'm only 23, and I've heard so many women that have gotten BBL say, wait for that grown woman weight to drop. Like if I was to get any surgery, it would probably be after I have kids, like after I've already had my mommy body. Now I'm trying to get my little mommy makeover, but I'm gonna just hit the gym, let God and nature do what it do, and I'm a.
I feel you. Would you date a guy who had liposuction
Mm.
or like the fake abs?
At that point, it's like, are you trying to be my man or a Hollister model, or like, are you trying to be a model? Like, I can't. No, I can't. You be a man, get in the gym. Like, what the heck? Like, get in the gym. What are you doing trying to get? No. Mm-mm.
Okay. I understand that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's funny though.
All right. I think that about wraps it up. We don't want to hold you too long. I know you got things to do, people to see, I'm sure. But go ahead, Puck. You said your new EP dropping soon. You already
Yes,
got
August
a lot
5th.
on. So August 5th, this Friday is coming
This
out.
Friday, it drops. Girl Talk. It's going to be on all platforms: Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes, all of that. And the release party again is on August 3rd from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the Spot Edo. That again is owned by my parents, and that address is 2003 Emancipation Avenue. So everybody listen, please come pull up. If you go to my Instagram, I see it below down there, Xandi Official. You'll find the RSVP link, so y'all can RSVP to get there. Make sure y'all two RSVP too.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
I'm gonna get with Shay.
It's
I
gonna be
told
a
her I was
party.
going already. So
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be a party. We're gonna have vendors, live performances. I'm performing about 7 of my songs, drinks, food, all that. So it's gonna be a vibe.
cool. Okay.
Okay, looking forward to it. Y'all make sure y'all go head out, check out the listening party. Also, make sure you stream and follow Xandi on all social media. She's at Instagram, Xandi Official. That's Xandi Official. She's on Twitter at Official Xandi and TikTok at Xandi43. So,
yes, sir. Let's
make sure y'all
go.
follow, support real music, support real R&B, support Houston artists. As like we said, we're trying to put y'all on the dope artists you may have not heard of, and we're trying to grow the community out here. So definitely would appreciate y'all support. Appreciate you coming. It's been a great interview, actually. I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah,
but,
me neither.
this
Y'all
was
are
a lot
dope.
of
Y'all
fun.
are super cool. I would love to come back. This was great.
Yeah, we got to have you back on and talk some more relationship questions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shoot. I might need to bring y'all on Girl Talk.
Hey,
We'll maybe make an episode called God Talk.
Down with that.
Okay.
All right, so appreciate you joining us. Like we said, everybody check out Xandi, stream Xandi, new EP dropping Friday. And yeah, peace out. Appreciate it.
All right, bye. Thank y'all for having me.